my channel. So we back, y'all. We here and I could drink. So today's video is gonna be, I had thought about this video. I was like, I'm finna tell it. I'm gonna tell y'all videos about when I used to be at the club and what used to be going on with the people I go with and different little scenarios we done had in the club. So if you like this type of video and you want to watch or whatever, then, you know, continue to watch, because I'm like, what am I trying to say right now? Y'all, thank y'all so much for subscribing to the channel. Thank you guys so much for liking the video and leaving comments and just sticking with me on the journey. You know, we growing around here. It's progression with these things. So if you haven't already, gotten your snack, gotten your drink, get your herbal, do all of that stuff, and we're gonna get right into the video. Yeah, so let's get started. Period. Today I'm drinking a whiskey sour. It look a little bit red because I put a lot of cherries. I told y'all I like whiskey. I like whiskey just regular, straight, or with Coke, or a whiskey sour. I like those. So yeah, that's what we doing. Okay, and y'all see this mane I got going on around here? So let's just talk about this right quick. So I decided to they're called gypsy braids. That's what I got, gypsy braids. So if you haven't heard of it, everybody talk about bohemian braids. I was gonna get those, but then I seen this lady that I had found on Instagram. I seen these braids and I was like, ooh, let me see. So each braid, let me show y'all, because I know somebody gonna be like, I like your hair. Thank you guys, thank you. So each one of these braids, each braid on my head is braided and it has hair, human hair. This is deep wave, some type of, I forgot, it's deep wave something, but it's human hair. Like it's bundle hair. So I need to put some stuff on it, but I didn't do too much with it. But anyway, so each piece of hair, so I have physical braids in my head, see, on my head, and each braid has hair on it. It took 9.5 hours of doing this, 9.5 hours. And I had 5 people in my head at one time. Consecutively, the 9 hours, I had 2 people in my head. So from the time I sat in the chair, it was 2 people in my head the whole time. And at one point, it was 5 people in my head, and it still took 9.5 hours. This is butt length. I asked for waist length. They gave me butt length. So, and how much I paid? Y'all know this wasn't no $200 and something. I'm just say that. That's all I'm giving. Anyway, let's get into the story. Okay, y'all. So this story, I don't know what I'm gonna title it, because I'm trying to figure out like, what am I gonna title it? But basically, I'm gonna just get into the story, because I don't know if I'm gonna title it She Was Trying to Eat Her Out. I don't know what I'm gonna title it, y'all. I think that's what I'm probably gonna title it. But anyway, okay. My friend, I talked about her in another story time. Her name was V in the story. I had told y'all about the story of her husband touching my leg and stuff. Okay, me and V, we was friends since we was young, like kids. We was young girls. We got real close and cool like in our teens. So in our teenage time, she was my friend that when I dated the stripper, I told y'all the story time about me dating a stripper, and I found out he was doing drugs, and she was dating a stripper too. That's when I used to go to the gay clubs a lot, and he used to strip at the gay clubs. And I know people gonna be like, maybe he probably was, I don't know, y'all. I never got that deep and far. I just was fucking with him. You know, my time, he was giving me the time that I needed and what I needed. So, and then we had, you know, whatever. But anyway, so me and V used to go to the club a lot. I mean, we used to go to the club a lot, even up until we stopped really being cool like that because of her husband and all that stuff. We still would go to the clubs. She was in my story time. I don't know if I told y'all did I tell y'all that story time? When I had threw up on my new car? I think I did tell y'all that. She was there when I did that. I went to Club Hush. I think I told y'all that story time. That was my friend. We was friends, just like how me and Negative Nancy was cool. This was one of my real good, close, like, girlfriends. This was my best friend too. So, okay, this was a couple of the times. But that we went to the club. But this one time I'm telling y'all about, this one time we went to the club, right? She got an older sister. Her older sister used to dibble and dabble with girls, but she would try to make it like, you know how you be like, oh, I was drunk, I didn't know what happened, I don't remember type stuff. I think that's how she would try to play it with us, but we knew it was, that's not what it was. We were like, this girl, she like girls, so, and we didn't care either. We was just like, why she lying though, you know? So hold on, y'all. I had this other lipstick on, see, but I wasn't feeling that lipstick, so I took it off and went nude. I have this thing now, I think I like nudes like I like red lipstick. So I'm like, if I ain't got a red lipstick on, I'm gonna wear a nude lipstick. But anyway, let's keep going with the story. Okay. This day, we was like, we're gonna go to the club. Now, the club we went to was Club T-Town. If I find a picture, I'm gonna insert it somewhere on the screen. But yeah, it was Club T-Town. That was my shit. Like, that was one of my favorite places to go. I love that. I wish that place was still around now. It's like some Raven Hall type place. Like, they have like DJs that come and DJ there, and then all the kids that like all the I don't know, because I'm not in this that generation that do that. But if y'all know what I mean, you know, when it's like a popular DJ that play like house music and stuff like that, and the music that they like, he comes to Houston, and then they go to that club, which is not club, it's not called T-Town no more, but it turned into like a place like that. And then they go in there and they listen to the DJ play the music. I don't know what it's called no more, because that's not my generation. I don't know what it's called, y'all. But that's what it is now. So when back in my time, look, I'm like, back in my time, I'm sorry, an old person. It was Club T-Town. T-Town had 2 levels, 2 floors. They had a bunch of bars. They had a huge dance floor. It was not like how it was like a real live club. Like, you go in and you gonna be in there dancing. They had the floor downstairs and they had a floor upstairs. Now in T-Town, it was like this big like circle. So when you walk in, it had like these like you could sit and you could look at the dance floor, everybody dancing, but you had to walk down to get to the dance floor. So everybody was like, it's like you step down a couple steps and you in the dance floor. But whoever you with, they could kind of be like sitting on like this little stand. I don't know, because you can put your drink up there. It's like not a table, but if you want to say like a table that surrounded the dance floor. Okay, I'm telling y'all this because my friend V, her sister was like on the dance floor, but she was like up against the little table stand where we was, and we was sitting, like we wasn't sitting really, we was standing because we was dancing. Because when you go to the club, most likely you finna be dancing. Ain't no sitting down at the club. Back in my time, we didn't sit down. There was no section. It was either VIP, and VIP was a completely different section. You could not get in VIP was not, let me see if I can explain. VIP was like a separate whole room. Like, you couldn't even see who was in VIP because it was a guard, like a security guard right there, a door. And the only way you get in is if you on the list or you paid or whatever the case is. It's not like now, like you can see who over there or whatever. No, it's a completely separate room. And they all back there doing whatever they doing. And then the regular people is out in the club, which most of the time, the people in the club was more turned than the people in VIP. Because the people in VIP just sitting there, you know, doing, they ain't turned up like the people out in the regular. I'm just trying to give y'all like a whole view of what I'm saying back in my time. So anyway, so okay, now let's back up. We finna back up because we was at the club just now. We finna back up now. Before we went to the club, before we got in the car, before we did anything, before we got ready, anything like that, V's sister, now back when I was younger, y'all, I used to be one of those people that was like ready to fight and ready to get it on with whoever crossed me. Like, I was like that. And I think it's because of how I was, like, where I was raised at and the stuff that I had went through as a child and as a teenager and everything like that. Like, I used to always have to be on guard, if that makes sense. Like, I always would get into it with somebody or a girl, or most of the time it was with girls, but I would get into it with guys, but not so much. Like, most of the time it would be girls that I would get into it with. And that was from the time I was in elementary to even till high school time. So I was always ready to fight or ready to pop my shit or ready to slap a bitch. And I'm just telling y'all because I want y'all to get a whole view of why she asked me this. So my best friend knew, and my best friend was with that type of time too. She was ready to fight too. So she was always on go, if that makes sense. So when we had the thought that we were gonna go out, we was gonna go out to the club. Saturday night, we was like, we're gonna go to the T-Town. We're gonna go, go out because we want to go to the club. So her sister was like, oh, she want to come too, but she was just like, Joe, because she told this to me. She said, Joe, when we go out to the club, she was like, do not let me leave. We're gonna name the girl Sarah. So it's my friend's sister. I don't know if I want to give her a name. I'm gonna call her A. Okay. Do I want to call her that? Hold on. I'm gonna call her Linda. Okay, Linda and Sarah. Linda is V's sister. Cause y'all know V, cause I already said V. V and Linda are sisters. Sarah is Linda's best friend. Let's just say that, cause they still friends to this day, y'all. But okay, so we was like, okay, we're gonna go out. So I don't know where we was at the time. Excuse my nails, y'all. I broke another nail. And my friend Tiffany asked, she be watching my videos, couldn't do my nails, but it was for a good reason. I'm gonna get them fixed this week though. But anyway, let me get back on track. When we got to the car, y'all, Linda was like, Joe, she was like, Joe, please, 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 please. She was like, do not let me leave with Sarah. Do not let me sit by Sarah in the back. Don't let me do nothing with Sarah. And I'm like, okay. She was like, cause Sarah she's trying to eat me out. And I'm like, what? So I started laughing because I was like, this shit was funny to me because she was like, she trying to eat me out. And I'm like, what? She was like, yeah, don't let me leave with her. I don't care what I say, what I do. I'm telling you now, don't let me go with her. I said, okay. So I told V, I'm like, your sister said we got to keep her away from Sarah. She don't care what, we got to keep her away from her. When we get to, from the club and stuff like that, she don't want to go with her. She was like, okay. So I don't know why she didn't tell V, but she told it to me. So, okay, when we get ready to go to the club, right, y'all? We get in the car, we get ready to go to the club. I don't know the order of how we was in the car. This was so goddamn long ago. I don't know, but I know it was just us four. It was just us four in the car. We go to the club, right? We go to T-Town. We get in T-Town. We having a good time, y'all. This night, my friend V, anytime a guy that I wasn't interested in, because I want to be clear, because it was plenty of guys that was trying to talk to me in the club, but how they would do it was they would grab me. I told y'all this before in another story. They would grab my arm or they would grab me by my waist and they would like turn me around to them. Like they would make me talk to them. Like I walk, because when you go in a club, y'all, when my time in the club, you go in the club and that shit be, I'm talking about packed. You go walking around the club. You don't just straight go into the bar or none of that. You go walk around the club. You want to see who up in the club. You want to see who you can see, who you want to be up on, who you trying to eye, who you trying to holler at, whatever. You want to be seen when you come up in the club. So you don't just walk up in the club and just go straight to because there's no seats. Remember I told y'all? Limited seats. If it was seats, it was limited. It was not like how it is now. Like you can get a seat at the little lounges, whatever they call this now. This ain't no club. There ain't no seats. Okay. Ain't nobody sitting down and bopping like, no, everybody's up and dancing or you up against the wall. And most of the time, the ones who up against the wall is the guys. The girls ain't not up against the wall. They dancing. Now you trying to find you somebody up on that wall so you can get him, you can dance, get it on him on the wall. Okay, y'all, I just said a lot, but I'm just trying to give you an idea. The girls that know, you know how it went down. This is the 2000s. We talking about 2003, 2002, 2001, 2004. We talking about that time. That's the time. Okay. We talking about for the 99 in the 2000s. Let's just be clear. This ain't no 2023 type time. This is back when everybody in the club was dancing. Okay. We get up in the club, right? And we walking around or whatever. And we, you know, we do our little thing. We walk around, whatever. I was not a drinker like that. When I would drink, I would have like one drink and I would be straight the whole day. And I'm gonna tell y'all what I used to drink. I used to drink a Long Island iced tea. That was my go-to. All I needed was one. If I had two, it was gonna be one of them nights. But I would normally just get one. So I get the one. I was not drinking shots. I wasn't taking no shots. And we wasn't in that time, that era of take shots. It was more of just drinking to get a vibe, feel good, and then, you know, do your thing. And plus, I like to dance. So I had my drink. I be dancing. And 9 times out of 10, I'm dancing the whole, I'm sweating, y'all. Sweating buckets when I'm out there because I'm getting it. I'm dancing the whole time. My big ass, big tall ass. Yes, I'm out there dancing. I'm shaking, twerk. There was not twerking, but that's what we was doing. Okay, I'm doing me. So we in the club and we done forgot about Linda and Sarah. Sarah and Linda be trying to find a dude. So we let them do their thing. Me and V, we in the whole vibe. So we dancing, we having a good time. I told y'all how the dance floor is. Now, Linda and Sarah went down to the dance floor. Me and V was up at the top on the little upper part. Like I told y'all, it's like a complete circle or whatever. So we up there and we dancing and we talking and we laughing and we vibing and we listening to music. And when you know, they playing everything. They playing everything. And then when they get to that reggae shit, y'all, it's like my soul come out my body. I be ready. I be trying to wind on that nigga. You know what I'm saying? So I'm in my zone. I'm having a ball. Y'all don't understand. I'm not worried about no Linda and no Sarah. So this guy came up, right? This guy came up to me and he was trying to talk to me. I'm in my zone. Like, I'm dancing, I'm winding, I'm doing me. I ain't worried about what he's talking about. He right here. Like, sir, what is it? So I had told him, I was like, no, like, you know how y'all do, how we do, how us women do. We be like, we don't feel like, especially if he not attractive, because he was not attractive. Because if he was, I would have been like, hello, yes, what is it? What? Say it again. Excuse me. Hi. I would have been all, yeah. But he wasn't attractive. So I was like, let me not be rude, but I don't want to talk to him. So I'm just ignoring him. I'm just dancing. I'm talking to my friend V. My little friend V. The man was like in my face. Like, I mean, his face could have kissed my face, how close he was to my face. And V was over here. So V jumped like this, like she was right here. And she was like, she don't want to talk to you, like, move. And she pushed the man in the face. The man was like, he was like going off. He was like, you don't got to put your hands on me. And I wasn't talking to you. I'm talking to her. She was like, she don't want to talk to you though. She already told you, like, move, get out her face. Like, she don't want to talk to you or whatever. So as all of this is going on, Linda and Sarah like right there, and they like all up in each other's face. They dancing on each other, whatever. So I'm just looking at them, but I'm watching, you know, he getting mad and she getting mad and they talking or whatever. It's a lot going on now because they down there, you know, they down there look like they about to start freaking on each other. And then these two up here look like they about to start fighting. So he was mad, but I just told him, I was like, you know, I'm not interested. Like, I'm trying to be cool. I'm like, I'm cool. Like, he's like, I was trying to talk to you. I'm going to get you another drink. I was like, no, I don't need a drink. You know, I'm good. So then he goes down to the dance floor and he sees, because I know he saw them, because I'm looking at them. So they fighting, but I saw him, because this what happened, y'all. This what happened. He goes down to the dance floor. The man who just was yelling and screaming at us, I guess he was like, well, since you don't want to talk to me and I see what they doing, I'm about to go see what they up to. I said, I swear, y'all. He goes down there to the dance floor. He sees Linda and Sarah and they all up on each other, and they could have, they might as well just started kissing. They was all up on each other. I mean, freaking, touching, rubbing on the dance floor, like, cause they right here in front of us, but we up high, like I told y'all. He goes down there, he saying something to them, and he trying to get in between them, and they entertaining the idea, and I was like, ugh, come on, man. So I didn't say nothing. I was cool. I was like, I'm not gonna, cause if he do something like, you know, disrespectful, and she say something, then I'll jump in. But other than that, that's her. She want to do it. Because clearly she wasn't paying attention. So I was just like, he just for everybody. He for the streets. He for the freeway. He for everything. Anyway, so he down there, he talking to them, and he freaking trying to jump in on a freak session and whatever. So me and V was just looking like them two down there, they something else. She telling us to watch her, make sure she don't do nothing to her, but all the while they look like that's what she wants. So clubbings, we stay till the lights come on, because that's just how we used to do. Stay until the lights come on. The lights come on, we go to the thing. Linda is fucked up, y'all. I mean, toe up, drunk, toe up. Now, she older than us. I think at the time, I probably was like 21, because I couldn't drink. You can't drink in them times. You had to have like a wristband on when you 21. So, she drunk. She drunk. She walking to the car, and me and V, we laughing, joking, talking, walking to the car, and we see Sarah and Linda back there walking behind us, and Sarah is taking full advantage of the fact that Linda is drunk. Sarah rubbing booty, Sarah trying to rub on some breasts, Sarah trying to touch on Cootie Cat if she can. Don't flag me for YouTube, don't flag me. But she trying to put a finger where the sun, she trying to get her. So I remember what she told me. She told me, do not let her sit with me in the back. Do not let me go home with her. Don't let me, I want to go home. Don't let me go with this girl. I don't want to. I don't care. She said, I don't care what I do. Don't let me. I said, okay. Y'all, I let all this happen, right? I didn't say nothing. I didn't stop it. I didn't do nothing. I just let her just do her as we walk into the thing. So when we get to the car, right, V was driving. I would have sat in the front, but because she said, don't let me sit with her, I was like, okay, I'm not going to let her. So Linda gets in the back. Sarah tries to jump in front of me and get in the back. So what I did was, because I don't even think I drank. I think if I did drink, I played over my drink because I was very much sober, y'all. Now I'm taller than everybody. I'm bigger than everybody. I told you I'm 5'10". So, and they Linda, she kind of tall. She probably like 5'7", 5'8". Linda kind of tall. But the other two, they like 5'2", 5'3", I give them, but probably like 5'2". I think my friend V is 5'2". And Sarah probably like 5'2". But me and Linda, we like the tallest ones, whatever. So, she comes and she like, I'm trying to get, I'm getting Linda in the back. Sarah comes and she tries to cut in front of me through the door. Like, you know how you open the door and then you standing there. She tries to put her body in between and get in the car. And I grabbed her. And I pulled her ever so very aggressively. It was aggressively. I grabbed her little arm and I said, what you finna do? Where you going? She's like, I'm going to sit in the back with Linda. I said, no, you're not. You're going to sit in the... She's like, no, I am. I'm going to sit back here with her. And I'm like, she said she don't want you back there. You finna sit in the front. I'm going to sit back here with her. She was just like, what? And then I grabbed her again. But this time I grabbed her by her little shirt. I grabbed her from the front. And I politely walked her to the door. I said, you get in the front. I'm getting the back. She's like, but I want to sit in the back. She's like, I want to sit in the back. I said, you're not sitting in the back. You're going to sit in the front. I said, if you don't, I said, me and V, we going to handle you. And V was like, yeah, bitch. I promise y'all. Yeah, bitch, get your ass in the front seat. Because V was with all type of shit. V was ready to fight everybody too. Just like I told y'all. That's why I was like, I'm pretty sure she told me. Because she was like, this bitch going to slap this hoe. If she do something to me, she going to slap her ass. I know if I tell her, she going to slap her. So V was like, bitch, sit in the front seat and put your seatbelt on. So she sat in the front seat. As she's sitting in the front seat, she telling Linda, you gonna come home with me? You gonna come to spend the night with me? And I told y'all, Linda drunk. She is out of her mind. She not even focused correctly. She head on the damn windowsill. She drunk. She don't know what's going on. She just sitting there like, what world we in right now? What's going on? She don't know what's going on. So V's like, bitch, shut up. You going home. Like, she going home with us and you going to your house. Because that's how V would talk. She cuss you out, call you out your name type shit. Bitch, shut up. So we get to the house, right? We get to the house. The girl, Sarah, she lived like on the next building. So she gotta go upstairs, walk up the stairs, go to her house. This bitch trying to go home with us. She trying to go in the house with us because I had spent the night at V house because I knew I was gonna go to the club. V house. That's why I'm like, I think it was right when I had turned 21 because I didn't have my place yet, my new place, like my townhouse. I used to tell you about the townhouse. So I spent the night at her house because I knew I was going to the club and I didn't want to go to my house. So she over there trying to go home with us, telling us about how she need to stay with Linda. Linda need to be taken care of. We was like, we can take care of her. She fine. She with us. We don't need you. And she was just so pissed off. And I'm like, she must do this with this girl a lot. So my thought was, okay, she probably was getting her drunk so that she can do whatever she want with her. Because like I said, you know, when you wake up the next day and you be like, oh, I was drunk, I don't know. What, you know, we just did whatever because I was drunk, I wasn't. So you basically took advantage of her. So she would consistently take advantage of her. And I guess she was just like, I'm not trying to do that. I don't want to do that, you know. So just don't let me go with her. So that's what I had thought. But anyway, so the next day when we had woke up, we was telling her like how she was getting like mad because we was telling her she couldn't we was telling Linda that Sarah was getting mad that we wouldn't let her go with, like, let her take you. And she was just like, well, I'm glad y'all didn't let me go with her because I did not want to go with her. And we was, so I'm gonna tell y'all this because nothing came about it. Sarah, you know, Sarah don't fuck with me. Basically, after that, like if I told Sarah, this is what we finna do, Sarah would shut the fuck up, basically. She wasn't she didn't want no problems. She didn't want to argue. She didn't want nothing because I told you I grabbed her very, very aggressively. It was very aggressive, but it wasn't aggressive. Like, it was just like, I wanted her to understand that if you swing or you do anything, like, I'm going to fuck you up right here by this car. And I'm telling you this, I'm warning you, like, just sit in the car and just let's go home because you playing with me. The girl said she don't want to go with you. She don't want you touching her. She don't want you. You already was freaking her. Because see, like, she was freaking her in the club and I ain't say nothing because she didn't tell me that. She told me don't let her go home. So I'm like, if she let her touch her, she ain't drunk yet. That I thought, I didn't think she was drunk, but clearly she must have been drunk already because the girl was like touching on her. I told y'all, violating her. Just, I mean, touching everywhere she could until we got to the car and then that wasn't finna go down. But I had found out that they used to be getting down with like threesomes and all type of stuff, like all type of freaky ass shit. So I was like, okay, all right, maybe it's like she don't want to do this because I was confused. I'm like, okay, we found out, we used to find out a whole bunch of shit, y'all. I ain't gonna say no other stuff, but we used to find out stuff. We used to be clowning them because she got two sisters. We used to clown the other sister too because we found out stuff about her, but I ain't gonna tell her stuff because I love her. I love both of them, but I'm not gonna tell her stuff. But we used to find out, me and V would find out shit and tell me, of course, because I'm her best friend. So she would tell me, and we would be clowning them like we used to be clowning like, yo, stupid ass, how you get in that situation? Bitch, you was drinking? That's what you gonna blame it on? No, it wasn't because you was drinking, bitch. You want to do that. So, embrace it. If that's what you want to do, embrace it, bitch. Just do it. Do it. Live your life. Live your life. And all of this stuff was happening before she had kids, before any of them had kids. So it's like, live your fucking life. That's what you want to do. You want to smack and rub it down? Just rub it down, you know? So, but anyway, I guess because we was just young, you know, we just be, you know, we was young. So, but yeah, she was trying to take it. She was trying to get it. But she ended up getting it anyway. Eventually, she ended up getting it anyway. So it was like, and I did not really do that with her because me and V was like, we don't want to go to the club with this. I ain't gonna say what V used to say, but V used to be like, we ain't going to the club with her because she just, we ain't nobody got time to be babysitting nobody. We trying to have a good time because me and V did not drink like that. We would have, like I said, one drink and we'd be cool. We didn't take shots. We didn't drink multiple drinks. We'd get one drink, stick to that drink, and when it's gone, it's gone. So we wasn't the type to get so drunk in the club or whatever. But anyway, y'all, if you like the story, subscribe to the channel. Like the video. I'm burping and stuff. Like the video. Leave a comment and let me know. Yeah, no, I told y'all in the beginning to giveaway. So if you got this far, I love you guys. I thank you guys so much. Subscribe to the channel. And I'll see y'all on my next upload. Bye, y'all.